a lot of different people. This one right here used to headline Chuckles and Eastside and all these clubs. If you remember Claudia Sherman, Google her, used to come out with a wedding dress and talk about how her wedding went all awry and this and that. She is here, when a comedian comes to see another comedian, that is the biggest honor a comedian can get. I'm honored that you're here tonight.
I love Claudia. Claudia Sherman, back in the day, was a great stand-up comic. We used to do all the clubs around the tri-state area. Yeah. Long Island, New Jersey, Connecticut, all the clubs. Like Governors in Levittown. It's going to be a phenomenal night at Governors in Levittown.
Hi, I'm Claudia. I'm with the Down Now.
It's called the Down and Out, and she's doing a show in the Giggle Room. When are you doing that? October 5th.
Governors in Levittown. Go to govs.com for your tickets.
With the Down Out.
A lot of great comedians, a lot of laughter, good food. Governors in Levittown, get your tickets now. Govs.com.
Throughout my career, I've met a lot of different people. This one right here used to headline Chuckles and Eastside and all these clubs. If you remember Claudia Sherman, Google her, used to come out with a wedding dress and talk about how her wedding went all awry and this and that. She is here, when a comedian comes to see another comedian, that is the biggest honor a comedian can get. I'm honored that you're here tonight.
I love Claudia. Claudia Sherman, back in the day, was a great stand-up comic. We used to do all the clubs around the tri-state area. Yeah. Long Island, New Jersey, Connecticut, all the clubs. Like Governors in Levittown. It's going to be a phenomenal night at Governors in Levittown.
Hi, I'm Claudia. I'm with the Down Now.
It's called the Down and Out, and she's doing a show in the Giggle Room. When are you doing that? October 5th.
Governors in Levittown. Go to govs.com for your tickets.
With the Down Now.
A lot of great comedians, a lot of laughter, good food. Governors in Levittown, get your tickets now. Govs.com.
Throughout my career, I've met a lot of different people. This one right here used to headline Chuckles and Eastside and all these clubs. If you remember Claudia Sherman, Google her, used to come out with a wedding dress and talk about how...
Okay. Hi.
Hi.
Oh, my goodness. Sorry about that. I hope you guys are finding us this morning. It's, crazy. We had all sorts of tech issues. Some of you probably saw that the show did start, and then the program crashed, and I had to restart everything. So
and started on time, I might add. Right at 11 o'clock it was. I was shocked, and then boom.
Boom. Yeah. It was, and it was figured, because I just shared the link all over all the social media and said, go to this link and see the show. So now you go to that link, and you'll see, opening credits, and then that's all you'll see. But we're back. The good news is, hopefully this is the last day I have to deal with technical issues, because the new computer and the new software and hardware and technology is going to be installed tomorrow.
Yay.
That is the good news. The bad news is we're not doing our show tomorrow because the stuff is being installed. I already have it queued up on YouTube. We're going to be showing a very old show from like 6 years ago or something. So we'll play that. John Rusciello, good morning, Tony, the lovely mistress of the Nile.
Good morning.
The lovely mistress of the Nile. Andy Plagenos, that seemed like maybe you guys were fist fighting a bunch of ninjas. What? So we're getting all the technology installed. Andy, since you're watching, I will tell you now, I don't know if we're even doing a show on Friday. Who knows what's going to happen with the new technology. Hopefully everything works right. I don't know if there'll be glitches or bugs or, I'm sure we're going to attempt it on Thursday because I'm sure we always use this show as the guinea pig whenever we're trying new stuff. So we'll keep you guys updated on what's going on. We appreciate you guys still finding us with all the tech issues today. Welcome to the Knock 'em Dead Comedy Show, coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. We are doing Tuesday Trivia, so if you're watching on Facebook, please follow that page, and if you want to stay there, great. But if you'd like to play Tuesday Trivia with us, switch on over to the YouTube channel, and while you're there, subscribe to the page and hit the thumbs up. No matter what page you're on, just share the show on all your social medias and tell them that the show works most of the time.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, and I would just like to say, because Frank posted the whole TV theme thing. So we were going to do today, Frank Walker was going to be here, and we were going to do a TV theme show song
Name
challenge,
that tune.
Right? Well, I think just we want people to try to stump us, because I don't think you can throw one out that we won't know.
That we thing, I think it's more of a you thing.
Well, between the two of us.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm not very smart.
We're really good. I feel pretty confident that we won't get stumped. And he was very excited about it, but he's a little under the weather, so we're gonna make it another week. Don't pick on my Frank.
Oh, I'll pick on your Frank. Oh,
Just
I will.
Don't. He doesn't feel well. I want him to be 1,000% when he gets here.
Well, first off, let me point out he's been in here at least twice since he had COVID, and I was the one that said, "Why are you coming in here?" Because he sounded stuffy. I'm okay. There's nothing wrong.
Well, so then doesn't it concern you if he decided that it was best for him not to come in today? That maybe he's really
But he
not
said
feeling
his
well?
mother-in-law has they found out she has pneumonia, so he's like, "Oh, I better stay."
Well, pneumonia's not contagious.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, I missed that, but still, I want him to feel good.
He feels fine.
So
He's just
I know
scared.
Patty Maroney saw the post, and she was looking forward to Frank today. So we're still going to do it. It's just not going to be today. So I apologize for that.
Well, then he did post. He posted the photo again with a big "postponed" written
did he?
across.
Okay,
Yes.
I missed it. I wasn't on Facebook, but I did know that some people did see it, and so didn't want you to be confused. It was supposed to happen, but it'll happen another day.
If you tuned in for that, stick around anyway. It's still fun.
This is still going to be great.
That's right. Tuesday Trivia, and then I'll find some music for Diane to sing, because we need Diane to sing. But first, how was your trip?
It was great.
Yeah?
Yes. So we went to St. Martin for a long weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really great. We
Really?
loved the resort. It was the Sonesta Maho
Same to you.
all-inclusive resort.
Okay.
Right? Literally, if you lived here, it was walking distance from the airport. We couldn't believe it. We got on a little... Well, first we landed in the middle of the tarmac, as they do on the islands, and then we had to go down the steps and walk across to go to a little bus to take us, and it was a torrential downpour. Sideways, torrential. And, it was fine for us. We're healthy. We can make it down the metal steps and across, and got wet, but it was super hot out. But they're little, they had the guys standing at the bottom of those steps with the wheelchairs for the people that need to... I don't know how they managed that. Somebody in a wheelchair, how they get them.
Yeah, how'd they get down the steps in the first place?
I didn't stay.
Thanks for putting the wheelchair at the bottom. He needed you up top.
But anyway, that was the last drop of rain we saw the entire weekend. It was
good.
hot. I'm not really a fan of the hot weather, but it's different when you're hanging by a pool and there's a swim up bar, and that's a whole different story.
Nice.
But we're used to humidity here, but not like that kind of humidity, because here it's 85 degrees, feels like 90, kind of humidity.
Right.
There it's 89 degrees, feels like 106. It's like, I can't even. It feels so much hotter than the temperature says. It's really offensively hot for me. But beautiful. The resort was beautiful. We had a great time. Everything about it. We were very close. We could walk right out the door, and there was a casino across the street and a little strip with shops, and we did some karaoke one night.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a good time. We had a really good time.
I have a bunch of questions.
Go ahead.
So when it feels like 106, does the water even cool you
No.
off?
And it doesn't, but it's so much better than being out. You can't be in the sun. And there's a point in the day we'd get a chair that had shade and it was good, but then as the day goes on, it moves and there's no way to get out of the sun.
Ugh.
So your only option is to be inside in the air conditioning or be in the pool, which feels like soup. It's just warm, but it's it's tolerable. And then you get your little cold frozen drink and sip that, and it was nice. It was really nice. And then at night, so I never packed so little for a trip in my life, and I'm a really light packer. I never check a bag for anything. I mean, wow. I've always been a carry-on girl, but this time I packed less because I knew in my head for the most part we'd be in bathing suits most of the day, and that was the case. And I really could have packed so much less than I did. I could have taken a little, shopping, a little plastic grocery bag and had enough to last me for the weekend.
The less clothes, the better.
It was great. So all day long, there's no reason that you're going to go out. You're going to sweat. You're going to be in the pool. So there's no reason. You just get up, throw on your suit, and go out. Love that. No hair, no makeup, no nothing. My favorite thing in the world. Spent the entire day like that, and then you would go back to the room 6 o'clock or so, shower, enjoy the air conditioning for a little while, and go out and have a late dinner. And at nighttime it's still hot, but it would cool off a bit. And I lied. So one night at dinner, the second night I think it was, Friday night, it did rain and there was some lightning and thunder, but we had a DJ where we were having dinner, and people were out on the patio in the pouring rain dancing.
That's fun.
It was so much fun. We have video, and you could see the lightning in the back. It was just a party atmosphere. It was
cool.
Great. Yeah, it was really good.
Did you how much did you win?
You mean at the casino?
Yeah.
No, the first night we went to the casino, I deposited $1,000. I'm not 1,000, 100. Oh my God.
I know. I was like, what?
No. I had $100, $100 bill that I said, this is my casino money.
Okay.
Right? And so, literally, but here was the mistake. So Thursday night was the first night.
Right.
It was quiet. The resort was quiet, and a lot of people checked in Friday morning, Friday afternoon for the weekend. So then everything was hopping by Friday, Saturday night. So we made the mistake of going to the casino on Thursday. Part of what I like about sitting at a table and playing is having people at the table and, the conversation and that fun part of it, right?
Right.
So it's not really the gambling so much. I mean, that's fun if you win, but it's just, I like to play cards. I like the people. I like the social. But there was none of that, because they were just these poor dealers with nobody at their tables, and you felt bad, so you'd sit down to play, but it's just you and the dealer, so it wasn't really fun. I wasn't there 10 minutes and my $100 was gone. Oh, wow. So I said, okay, that's out of my system. Let's go do something else. But we did go back for a little while the last night, Saturday night, because now there were people around, and we walked in. We said, if there are people sitting at the tables and it looks fun, then we'll sit.
Sure. And
I sat and lost another $100.
That's right.
But that was it. But it was fun. Right. But I had a little more fun because there were people sitting next to me, and I was probably there for an hour or so.
Yeah.
So I got to play for a little while.
I'm surprised. I've never been down any of those islands, but I always pictured it as like, almost like New York City. Like no matter what day it is, it's hopping. So I'm surprised to hear that.
They told us that it's off season right now, even though it's 89 degrees, and I guess it's considered the rainy season. So I think like June or July through September is the off season, and then the on season starts sometime in the middle of October and goes through. I guess winter.
During the colder months.
It is. I mean, I guess it's technically hurricane season.
Right.
But we didn't have any weather issues. I mean, it was really beautiful. It was great.
Okay, I'm not done. I have more.
Okay.
You said karaoke. You said we. Anthony was singing?
No, but he videos. It's interesting because we heard somewhere. So, like I said, you step outside of the hotel and there's just a street, and it's not a wide street. It's a reasonably narrow street, and not like in Vegas where you have to walk 3 miles to get across the street. It's just right across the street, and the casino is right there, right out our door.
Yeah.
And then it's about, like a city block length of shops and, gift shops and, different kinds of things. And then there's a second level with a terrace, and there's some bars and clubs, different things you could do. So it was just nice. You could kind of walk that block every night and find something to do.
Nice.
So we heard that there was karaoke at this tavern something right outside our door and up the stairs. So we decided that Friday night we would do that. And, Yeah, so it was interesting because we went in and it was just a long, a typical bar, a bar at the end of the room, and then seating in the rest of the room, and it was a big long room, and there was a screen up, like a television screen, TV screen up on the wall, and it says scan your code. Which was kind of cool. So you scan your phone and then it comes up with the song list. You can pick your songs and enter yourself in the queue so they know you're going to come up. The room was full of very young, a very young crowd, very enthusiastic. I think some were, maybe women that were there for a bachelorette party.
Nice.
There were couples. It seemed like there were lots of friends that were there, like for group vacations. But we were by far the oldest people in the room. I mean, by far, all of the people in the room were our kids' ages.
Wow.
In their 20s, maybe early 30s, but that was it.
Yeah.
So we just kind of went to the back of the room. I thought, what am I going to do here? Because, they're kids. And,
right.
You want to do part of karaoke that's fun is singing what they know. So Anthony, he's right on it. He's like, oh, do Donna Summer. Because we figure, well, their parents probably know this, right? Have played this stuff in the house. So things that are popular enough where they grew up with it. My kids would know that. So put that first one in. And I waited, and most of the songs they were doing, and it was a lot of fun. It was a very enthusiastic crowd. They were getting up. The girls were beautiful. They were all decked out, gorgeous little young things. They were beautiful. Singing a lot of hip hop, though.
That's
stuff,
what's going through my head.
I didn't know.
Stuff I wouldn't identify with.
So I'm going to completely be a fish out of water.
Yeah.
But then the cue comes up and it says Donna Summer on the radio, Diane, and I go, oh, that's me. Here we go. And kind of hear like the little snickers in the room.
Really?
Here comes the little old lady.
Really?
A little bit, but I don't mind. It doesn't.
Because you're going to win them over. You're going to show them.
Self-conscious. I just there to have fun, and the
you
karaoke
don't sing.
is
You don't
for
have
fun.
these pipes.
It wasn't like that, though.
Yes, it
but
was.
It was just fun. So, but yes. P.S. And now, of course, Anthony. He just loves this. He loves everything about it. Which lucky for me, because not everybody. I was with someone previously who didn't like the attention, didn't like me getting the attention, I was like, yeah, that's never, ever going to work. Because,
right.
Come on. So he loves it. So he's got his camera out, and so I didn't even really know he was filming until I turned around. I walk up to the front of the room. The music starts to play. Now they know the song.
Okay.
So that's good, right? Now they're like, oh, okay. It was a great crowd because they did sing along for everybody. So whoever was up there, whether you were good or you weren't, they were singing along. They were just having a great time.
Yeah,
so
sure.
That's the perfect kind of crowd to do karaoke with.
Right.
So, yeah, I sang the song and it started like dead silence. They all just like... And then, so I got through the verse, and then we got to the chorus, and then the whole room started to sing along, and It was a lot of fun. It was great. I went back down. I waited. I didn't put another song in the queue. I wanted to let everybody, get a turn. I didn't know how many people were signed up. You can't see that.
Oh, okay.
So 10 minutes later, I threw another song in there, Alicia Keys, If I Ain't Got You.
Oh, okay.
So I figured, okay, they're going to know Alicia Keys. I put that in, and 15 minutes later, the song comes up in queue. I go up again. Great crowd, very nice. They were, it was good. And then at the end of the night, and everybody had done about 2, and then the lady who was running it came over to me. She said, do you have another song in the queue? I said, no, I figured that was it. She's like, put another song in the queue. So I put another song in the queue for the last song of the night. I did Patti LaBelle, Lady Marmalade.
Oh, nice.
And it was just a fun night. We had a really good time, and then it was over. It started at 10:30. It ended like midnight or 12:30, whatever it was. That was our latest night the whole time we were there. And it was just good. So he had some video, and then the next day in the pool, I would, be in the, and people go, oh, Diane from karaoke.
Nice.
I got on the plane, and he's so funny because he thinks he's like, Brad Pitt. like, because we got on the plane to go home, and people were like, "Oh, look who it is!"
You should have sang on the
And
plane.
he goes, "They recognize us." No.
That's awesome.
It was fun. It was fun.
Yeah, and you should have played it up. You should have started walking up there. Okay, everybody.
I said, "How do you know?" They go, "Karaoke." I said, "Oh my god."
Yeah, if you started the karaoke that way, I'm saying,
Diane. How do
"Hi,
you know my
everybody,
name?"
I'm going to sing the song by somebody called Donna," and then you
Do you
belt
know
it
who
out.
it is? I know.
Yeah. So it was dead silence going up, but then by the time you finished that first song, they were
singing along. It was good.
and going crazy
It was
too.
a lot of
probably,
fun.
right?
Yeah.
And then
it was good.
and then the next one they were probably excited because now they know you.
Yes,
Yeah.
but they were. I will tell you, it was a great karaoke crowd because they were like super great and supportive. Even if people got up there and they didn't really know the song, but they would sing along, and that's the kind of crowd you want for karaoke.
Oh,
everybody
of course,
was
yeah,
very
yeah.
excited and supportive. So
Nice.
that was fun.
And then even on the plane, no less.
I
too.
know. I
That's
couldn't
wild.
believe it because the girl, one young girl with her husband or boyfriend said, "Oh, hi, Diane," and
You're like, who the hell is that?
I said, "How do you know my name?" Karaoke. I said, "Oh, yeah, that's." It was just very nice. It was sweet. It was really sweet. I
wonder if-
always feel like the mom in those situations,
Right,
like the
yeah.
mama bear. Yeah.
I wonder if that should be a job, like karaoke buffer, like people to get the crowd going with some good tunes or something. I can see you doing that.
I think I will tell you that the lady who was running it, she was also a young girl. She could sing because at the end she did sing one, and usually I think they can, and so they're their own because she's got. I think a setup similar to what you have. So she's got a laptop to the side. It's connected to the screen.
Right.
The songs come right off the computer. Now it's easy. It's not
Yes.
like it used to be, right?
Right.
Now you can just hit a button and
Right.
they come right up in the queue and it plays. She had the wireless microphones, and so I guess to fill time at the end when there were no more songs in the queue, which is probably why she came over and said
Right.
put another one in. I always kind of be careful. I don't just keep throwing them in because you want to make sure everybody gets
Of course.
a chance, right?
Right.
So I figured she had space to fill, right? She had to be there till a certain time. And she did sing, and she was really good. So I'm sure she does that for herself, but it was good.
Did you sing Lady Marmalade together? That would be.
No, and I kind of wish she would have
Yeah,
because
me
I
too.
didn't know until after that was over. That would have been great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's wild.
It was fun.
Anybody from New York? Or did you? I don't know if you
There
found out.
were a lot of people from...
that knew you from the karaoke. I mean.
No. I mean, well, the people on the plane obviously were going back to New York, but it's nobody that I had ever
true.
met
Right,
before.
right.
They were all going back to JFK, so...
But they might keep tabs, and if they're from New York, they might. Oh, I saw this girl. And they'll come see you. Or
Maybe
maybe
it
they're
could
watching
happen.
right now. You
Or
never
maybe
know.
I'll bump into them at a gig somewhere.
Right,
and they'll be
right.
karaoke.
Right.
Absolutely could happen, sure.
Okay, Fremder's watching.
Hi, Friender.
Fremder.
Fremder.
Fremder. How long ago was this, Fremder? There's a guy that we've had on this show called Jackson Gillies. He's a singer from California. And when he's traveling around playing gigs and stuff, he's been in here a couple of times. We've Zoomed with him a bunch of times.
What's his name? I'm sorry.
Jackson Gillies is his
Okay,
name.
okay.
He hasn't really hit, but he
Right.
was on American Idol. He's played with Kenny Loggins.
Oh, nice.
He's been around a
Okay.
little bit. But just this summer in July, he was supposed to come in. He was going to be in New York. He was going to come in. And he just didn't have time. But I was playfully making fun of him on the show because he didn't reach out to tell me he wasn't coming, right? But then Fremder was going out. Where were you going? Phoenix, I think it was. And he writes here in the comments. He goes, "You're not gonna believe this." He goes, "I was heading out west on the plane. Jackson Gillies was in the seat in front of me."
Oh.
I was like, "No way." Turns out it was. I checked it. Like Fremder had all sorts of info. He was wearing this color sneaker, and he picked his nose at 3:02.
So
like
you
whatever.
reached out and it was him.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, couldn't believe it.
That is
And I love
small
that
world.
kind. I love that kind of stuff. I love finding out
into
connections,
people and-
bumping into
yeah.
people. Yeah, I love that stuff.
I do too.
Final question. So you're down there in the heat, hardly any clothes. Were there girls you wanted to kiss, or did? That hasn't lost my mind since we talked about it. That's all I'm thinking about.
No.
You say no like it's absurd.
Well, no. It's just that
You don't
All
have to
I
even
said was
respond
I
to me.
wasn't opposed to it. It wasn't, that's all.
See, now if I'm Anthony,
I'm
I'd be
not going
like,
out looking for it.
after hearing you say I wouldn't be opposed, I'd be out looking for it. Because that's the kind of pervert I am. Ann Rothney says hello. She's hi, Diane.
Hi.
Everybody's saying hi to Diane. Wishing you a wonderful day. Same right back at you. Fremder, the last time I was on a tropical island, it was so hot my nipples fell off. Oh, okay.
I listen, I feel that. I am not,
I'm
in
not.
general, a hot weather person. We've talked about this before.
We have.
I don't, it's different. You're going on a tropical vacation and you're relaxing and, like I said, swim up bar, fruity drinks, but it's still hot. There's a point where you go, okay, that's enough of this. Let's go get some air conditioning.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But it was a really fun weekend.
It's crazy to me. Places like England, they don't even have air conditioning over there. I couldn't do it.
And, we were kids growing up. I don't know if you had air conditioning in your house, but we didn't have air conditioning in our house until later on. We were about, 11, 12, and my grandmother moved in, and we had to share a bedroom with her in the upstairs of the house. It's like a cape upstairs.
Yep.
And you know how hot it gets upstairs in the summer.
Yep.
And so we had to put an air conditioner in our bedroom because she couldn't take it. But we didn't have air conditioning in the house, and on the really hot days, I think, oh my God, how did we survive?
Yep.
Because I am miserable in the heat.
Me too.
I hate it.
Me
I
too.
hate it. Even now, I want to crank up. I want to open the window, crank up the air. They want to crank up in the heat. In the winter, it's like 72. I'm like,
No.
put it down to 68.
Yes.
And like that's the top temperature for me in the winter time.
I'm the same way.
I can't breathe.
Oh, yeah. And I sweat a lot. Like, when especially in the really bad heat, when I take this off, it's almost like a heat cloud.
I will
and it
imagine.
smells.
It's funny, Anthony. I don't think I have it, but he showed me a picture over the weekend. He sees funny things and he shows me, and I don't think he sent it to me. And he said, when the next time when we get another house and we're decorating, we'll get this, and it's a bed with this giant fan as the headboard. It's like just massive, like the whole size of the room. And I said, oh, you get me. Yeah, that's nice.
We have 5 air conditioners in our house.
Yeah. I know. He's
5?
got central air, but at my house,
that's nice.
where my kids, 2 of my kids still are, we had air conditioner in every room, like.
Yeah.
How do you not?
We were the same as kids. We had one in our living room, and I remember in the upstairs there were 2 bedrooms. We had a Levitt house, 2 bedrooms. We didn't have it as when I was a kid, but eventually I was probably maybe 8 or so when we got one. But even the other bedroom, we would keep the door open so that the air conditioner could hopefully keep both rooms
reasonably cool, right? Yeah. Even my mom, she does not. So she has an air conditioner in her bedroom now, only really because we make her. And she's got a little room that used to be one of our bedrooms that she has is like her TV room. She's got a living room, kitchen, but she doesn't really use the living room. And this one little room's got a little couch and her computer desk, and she sits there, she plays her poker online, she's got her little TV.
Yeah. It's
just her comfortable room, right? That's where she spends 90% of her time, and the rest in the kitchen. And we put my brother put an air conditioner in that window in the summertime. And she doesn't really, I stopped there this morning. Obviously it's cool now though, so she won't. But I mean, really hot days, I'll go in and she doesn't have it on. And I said, what are you doing? Like,
Right.
What are you doing? Like, and she says, but I'm not cold. I'm not hot. I don't understand, but okay. But on Friday night, so we play poker.
Right.
And it could get really hot. So we would close all the windows and she would put on it's a small house. It's a cape, right? So it's a kitchen where we play poker and then a little hallway and the 2 bedrooms at the end of the hallway. It's not a long distance. So we open up the door and open up both bedroom doors and put both air conditioners on. My brother would go like 2 hours before.
Nice.
But it gets the house up to like 77 or 78 on a 90-degree day, right?
Yeah, okay, all right.
better than But then my nephew lives in Central Islip, and in Islip, and he's got a beautiful high ranch house, and he said we're going to start playing at my house on Fridays on the really hot nights.
Right.
And we were. First, it was a thing, because then if there's a Met game, then she can't watch the game. But she's given, on the nights when it's like above 90, we can play there, and she'll give up the game.
Oh,
I know, it's a thing.
Yeah,
It's a big sacrifice, but she does it. It's a couple of times a year.
Why can't they put the game on there?
Because he doesn't have a TV. So it's the upstairs of the high ranch. They have a living room, kitchen. It's not really their living area, so they don't have a TV in there. They have a TV in a TV room, and downstairs.
Get the SNY app on the phone. Boom, there you go, Mom.
Yes, and I could do that for her, but she wouldn't. It's not the same. So, but it's a handful of nights where it's just that hot where we just can't do it. So, yeah, I have to have some air. I just can't.
Same with me. My mother's the same exact way. That's where I get it from.
She doesn't feel it anymore.
Yeah.
She doesn't feel the heat like we feel it.
Oh, my mother feels the heat. She can't take it.
Well, your mom's younger, I think.
My mom, I think the same age. How old did you say?
89.
Oh, yeah. They're the same age. My mother's going to kill me. My mother's 79.
Oh, your mom's a baby. Okay.
No, she's
yes,
not.
Yes, she is.
She's old as dirt.
No, she's not.
But my wife, she still wears sweaters in 90-degree weather. She is always cold.
I did notice this because it stuck out like I just don't even know why. 2 weeks ago, I came to your house for rehearsal.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And we went down in the basement and it's warm. It's not like oppressively hot, but it's warm.
Yeah.
And your wife came down with like a coat on.
Yeah.
She had sweat pajama bottoms, right?
Yep.
Which I found to be warm because I have my favorite pajama bottoms in the world. They have like Baby Yodas on them, and I wear them always. The first thing I do when I get home is rip everything off, put the Baby Yodas on there. It's soft. I just love how they feel, and sweatpants get a little too hot for me, even in the winter.
Yep.
So I love the pajama bottoms. So she had pajama bottoms on, and then when she came down in the basement, she had what was like a winter coat on. And I don't even know if you noticed, but I put my hair up in a bun because I can't even take the heat. And it wasn't oppressively hot, but it was just warm for me.
It was warm, And my apologies. I should have grabbed another fan.
No, because she would have froze to death.
She had a coat on. She would have survived.
I thought, is she really cold? Why is she wearing
So basically you're saying, wow, that woman's a freak. What the hell is wrong with that woman?
Not all, but that, because that's a big thing for me.
Yeah.
I was shocked that she had a coat on down.
Oh, yeah.
When I thought, wow, she really doesn't like the cold.
She hates.
But there was heat. There was no cold. It was
the air conditioning. She hates it.
She doesn't like the air conditioning.
Hates it.
Wow.
She loves. She loves the summer. She loves the heat.
She does. Anthony loves the summer too.
Really?
He somehow just manages with the heat. Okay. That's okay. I'll clean it up when I leave.
Yeah.
He loves it. If he could be in summer all year long, he would.
Really?
I love the change of the seasons.
Me too.
And I try not to, get too excited about it right now because I feel bad because he's leaving his summer behind.
Right. Oh, yeah.
So I try to be nice about it. But
funny.
when I tell you how happy I am, when I go to the supermarket and you have even when it's still hot out and I see the mums, I know the cool weather's coming. And it's all about the cool. I just love to be able to breathe.
But she, and I'm the same way. I try to stay a little quiet because she actually gets into a little depression.
Does she?
I mean, and I get it because I do love the atmosphere of summer. I do like the long sunny days. I hate that we have to turn the clocks back and all that stuff. I like that it doesn't get dark until 9. I like the baseball. I like bikinis. So I like the summer atmosphere.
Understood.
So I get it. But yeah, she really gets sad.
I like football Sundays and cozy, with a blanket kind of thing. I love the winter time. I don't mind the dark. I just
the dark. I don't.
I mean, obvious when spring comes and it starts to get lighter and lighter,
Right.
that's exciting,
Yes.
and I do love it. But
I don't let the night stop me. I still have fun.
there are different things about each season that I just love, and I love the cozy part of winter.
We used to have, when we lived down in Wanto, we had a pool. I mean, I could probably count on one hand how many times she went in it. It was always just me and the kids because she would maybe dip her feet in Because she was always cold.
I just feel like
think there's
it's
something wrong with it.
far more likely I'm going to be outside doing something in the colder weather than I am in the hot weather.
Oh, yeah.
I'm, unless, again, I'm in a pool, for me, there's no reason for me to be outside.
Yep.
Well,
and it gets so hot that I can't do anything physically outside because it's just, I sweat so much and the heat just kills me.
Do yard work, get it done
Yes.
early, and then, and I'm going to tell you, when I sweat like a pig and I get down and I do it, and then I'm done. And that's it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to, I just don't. I see those guys at the resort, one of the pools was being repaired.
Okay.
And these guys, I'm telling you, in the middle of the day, in the sun, and they're down in the pool, laying the new, concrete.
Yep.
And they're long pants, long sleeves, hats covered to here.
Yep.
And I'm, as close to naked as I could be legally, and I still can't breathe. No, you know what I mean?
Yes.
It's just, and even the people waiting on us around the pool would have long sleeves, long pants. I just think they must be used to it, because I just don't imagine that's anything I could get used to.
When I worked at the phone company, I was a lineman, and it's you do that. You wear
Protect yourself from the sun,
but also protect yourself from anything else. In case you do something wrong. And I never got used to it. Got used to it. Every year I'd be and taking. Guys used to yell at me, so I used to have to stop and take some breaks and go sit in the truck with the air conditioning. Just give me 10 minutes. Come on! Like, no, I'm dying.
Yeah,
I am dying.
Some of us are just not cut out for that. I am not.
No, me neither.
Like it.
Yeah. But I'm glad you had a great time.
I did. We did. It was great.
Let's see. Where was I with the comments? Oh, John Rusciello wants to know which side of the island.
We were on the Dutch side, right by the airport.
The Dutch side.
The Dutch side.
Oh.
And we did take a road trip because we had friends who had been there before. They said, go to the French side and eat, and some people said, the French side is prettier. Well, we didn't find that. We rented a car just for the day, and you can literally drive the entire outer perimeter of the island in a couple of hours.
Oh, wow.
It took us maybe 3.5, but because we stopped. There's very little beach everywhere, including where we were now. It's not like from what I hear, people that have been going there for years, the beach used to be, long stretches of beaches. But I guess a lot of it has eroded, and most of the resorts are right up against the water with rock walls, to keep the storm surge out. There are no waves. It's not like here.
Oh, really?
Just flat, quiet. So I imagine that the erosion happens when they have they get battered by those hurricanes, and it just goes away, and they don't put the money into restoring the beaches like they do here.
Right.
So, but we drove around to the French side and stopped at Anthony was there on his honeymoon almost 30 years ago, and he remembered, this Orient Beach or whatever beach on the French side. We couldn't even find the beach. We went to where the beach was supposed to be, and there's a resort that's up against it. But I do think ours was the most beautiful of the resorts. Beautiful, tropical. The way they had it set up, and the pools and the palm trees, and they just made it beautiful. We're not impressed. A lot of the island's very run down, as most of those islands are.
Yeah.
So
a lot of them you can't even really go out of.
And I have to tell you, it was really hard. The guys on the scooters, they in and out, and and they just go beep beep, and it's even Anthony, who's I'm a much slower, more just careful driver. I don't usually, even on the parkways, jockey for position unless it's just really backed up and I get in the left lane and go. But I find my spot and I stay with my spot. I'm not one of these people doing this. Just not. Very patient. He's skilled. He's a very skilled driver. He's been in the car business for a long time. He knows what he's doing. And it even made him nervous.
Wow.
I would have been driving in those conditions. I would have just been terrified that I was going to hit somebody, or those guys do not care. They swoop right in front of you. It was scary, and it made he went, holy shit. We couldn't believe it. Yeah. But Yeah, we weren't thrilled with the French side. So I would highly recommend the Dutch side. It's much more commercialized. I wasn't sure, but they take American dollars everywhere, so you don't have to do any of that nonsense. And it was really good.
Very nice.
Fun.
Fremder says, in the winter, my balls freeze because I live on a cul-de-sac. Cul-de-sac. In my room, I have an air conditioner and a heater. They fight a lot. Okay. Mickey Delaney's watching. Hello, Mickey. Here my top co-host, number 1, Diane, number 2, Frank, number 3, Mike, number 4, Andrew. What the? Hey!
Who is that?
Mickey Delaney said that.
Oh, hi, Mickey.
Wow.
He said I'm number 1?
Yeah.
That's all I heard.
Frank is number 2, which I've been saying for a long time.
All right.
I couldn't resist.
I know.
He threw me a softball. But then number 3, Mike, and number 4, Andrew. What about the guy who you son of a? There's Vicky. Vicky says I'm always cold
He said
too.
co-host. You mean? Are you upset that he didn't say you? He said favorite co-host. You're the host. You can't vote.
Well, he said, but
you can just assume you're the favorite, and then right? So then it goes down from there.
Oh, all right.
Don't be upset. You're the favorite.
I'm not even my favorite. But thanks you.
And then I get to
talked
be
me down for a
the
while.
first runner-up.
Oh, you're number 1. People watch us on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday in hopes of seeing you.
Oh, I don't know about that.
What, you think they want to say an Andy's big mustache on Fridays? No way. Vicky says she's always cold too. I wear sweaters in the summer in Florida. Yeah, that's
no.
Vicky. That's just ridiculous.
That's just ridiculous, Vicky.
Yes,
I can't.
that's her name. Ridiculous
Oh.
Vicky. Let's see. So everybody's saying hi to Mickey. Oh, there's Carolina. I love the heat here in Texas, but it does get brutal at times. Yeah, I bet. Andy Plajanos. Looks like I'm going to have to rethink whose messages I respond to. I didn't follow that. And then Mickey, there it is. Mickey says he loves me. Thank you, Mickey. I love you,
Aw,
Mickey.
see?
Yeah. All right. All right. So, would you go? So that was not your first time, right? It was
My
not-
first time to
Oh,
St.
it was.
Martin.
So you go back?
Absolutely.
Very
yes.
nice.
We will definitely go back there to that, either that resort or the resort right next door. But that area, we kind of determined that was the best spot to be. We liked where we were.
All right. John is calling. What the hell? Hello, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, he's very serious. Good morning.
I am busting a gut.
Why is that?
I am laughing so hard because the fire hydrant that you usually have shrunk. All right, it shrunk. What?
Yes, I have with.
Oh, his car. You know what you're talking
you
about.
go from one extreme to the other. I can't take it. I'm trying to listen to Diane. I'm trying to absorb everything she's saying and reading the comments, and I can't stop. Take that thing down before I bust the gut. Will you please?
Well, in fact, it's what we were just talking about. During the summer, it's really hot. I need a lot of water. So I drink 2 of those fire hydrants during the summer, but today it's only like 70 degrees. I'm not as hot. I don't need a lot of water. So, I'll be home I'll be home for the most part this afternoon. I have some errands to run, like it matters, but I'll be going home to get more water.
Oh my God, Diane, you look stunning. All right,
thank
my
you.
wife is here today. Mrs. Luciello is working from home today, and she even commented how well you look.
Oh, thank you.
And,
Nice.
She didn't comment about you, that's for sure. So,
I feel bad for her. She has to stay home. You figured, she enjoys her time away from you.
well, I'm not. Even though I'm laughing, I'm not a little under the weather today. So she's decided to stay home to make sure I'm okay.
Take care
But
of
that's
you.
neither here. That's neither here there. I just got a call from the number 3 co-host saying that he's not on tomorrow as well as next week.
Next week, I am doing a game show upstate. So, plus, Plus, I started at White Post this past weekend, and I've been kind of tired, so I figured, all right, that's a perfect day. That'll be 2 weeks of White Post at that point, and doing this show. So I figured that's a good day to be able to sleep in a little later, and then take my trip upstate to host a game show.
Well deserved.
Thank you very much.
Well deserved. Well deserved.
And
In
then,
that case,
but it works out for
yes.
him too, because now he doesn't. He's got two Wednesdays in a row where he doesn't need some excuse to not come in.
I'll lay 8 to 5 with my mortgage that he's going to call in the third week and say something's wrong the third week too.
I can't argue with that. I wouldn't be surprised.
Talk to you guys later.
Thanks, John.
Bye.
You obviously protected yourself well, because you're not. There is some sun, but you're not overly.
I always think to myself, the thing that could just really ruin a great vacation is a sunburn.
Oh, sure.
So I spend a little bit of time in the sun. And then I'm in the shade just a lot of the time.
Oh, I
And
hear
just
ya.
honestly, because I can't take the heat. It's too much for me. So,
Yep, I hear ya.
Which works out because I get a little bit of color and then that's it.
Yep.
I don't want to burn.
Was that so? You said Anthony went there on his honeymoon.
Yes.
Was that weird for him to go back and No, doesn't.
No. Yeah. No, I don't. I mean, he wanted to go there, and that was fine. It was completely different.
Well, different,
think
better.
They stayed on the They stayed on the French side, maybe. I think
okay.
he said but I'm not really sure. But
See, that's an omen right
that
there.
was good.
Stayed on the shitty side. And
I mean, listen, one of my very favorite places in the world to go is Lake George. I love it.
Yeah,
We
I
try to
do
go
too.
once a year. We probably won't make it this year just because we have a lot going on. We had this trip. We're going to go to Arizona in November to see my my son and my daughter's coming to visit with my grandson.
right.
Next week. Next week.
Nice.
The weekend after next. So, we probably won't make it, but I went there all the time with my kids and my ex-husband, and the kids love it, and I would love to go back with everybody at some point, but we try to go every year, just the two of us, just for a weekend. It's one of my favorite places, and I only want to go. We went once in the summer. Not my thing. He said, I want to try it in the summer. I want to take a boat. I want to do jet ski.
Yeah, it's crowded.
But we can do all that stuff here.
Right.
Right? Everything that you can do here. And he has
Yep.
jet ski. That's fine. I just love the whole idea of fall in Lake George, right before they're getting ready to close.
Right.
So, love it.
That-
love it.
And Cooperstown's the same way, right? You said you
I
haven't
haven't
been there,
been,
right,
but
right,
I'm going to go.
But
maybe next year when
That's
we go.
the best time to go. I would go when I used to go. I used to go for a few years. I went every September, the week after Labor Day.
Okay.
And I mean, talk about a difference. In fact, I've been there. I have been there during the summer, and it's crazy. You go there the week after Labor Day,
And it's still warm.
It's the weather's still
Usually
fine.
we go
yeah.
we started going when my kids were young, like the last weekend in September. And that because you could stay at a campsite with cabins and get them half price. you
Right,
know.
right.
And then my whole family went. My brothers, my sister, all the kids. So it was a whole cousins family weekend.
Nice.
My parents. It was always great. But now we've kind of gone later. We've had to postpone it once or twice, and then found that the first week in October, there's like an Oktoberfest
right.
there, and they close down the village. So that's fun. We've done that. They have. In one of the weekends in October, the hot air balloon festival in
Right.
Queensbury, so we'll go for that. So that time of year, even a little bit later when it's cool, love
But
it. And we
then they-
always have great weather.
But I've never gone to it, so I don't know anything about it. But in February up there too, they have that big festival on the water.
I know,
Because
the
the-
ice races and stuff.
The
right?
ice
I
gets so
would
thick
love
that they do the whole
to
thing on the
do
ice.
That, one year.
That just freaks me out too much.
Really?
The time I go is when the ice is going to crack. I'm telling you.
No,
So,
they
I-
know. Listen,
No.
we used to go skating on Argyle Lake. We used to take a cinder block and throw it out on the ice, and if it didn't crash in, we went skating.
we went. Well,
But up there like that, that's not going to
Oh,
melt.
yeah, I mean, that's what
not
I've-
going to melt. It's February upstate.
right.
It's not going to
That's what I've heard.
You're
I mean,
good.
it's
But I would love
lots
to
of
do
feet
that.
thick,
I
but
would love to
it
do
still
that.
freaks me
and
out.
they also have a holiday festival thing
Oh,
that
do they?
happens up there ice carving, sculpting.
Oh,
They
wow.
do for Christmas, and
Oh, that's
I
cool.
would love to go see that stuff.
When I was a kid, well, you're talking about Argyle Lake. Well, we're Hicksville, so
I
you know
know.
we went in the sump.
Babylon.
Yeah, Hicksville sump. That was our water. So, and we used to. I'll never forget it. I was right in the middle of the sump. On the ice. We were horsing around, but on the ground, just on the edge, a couple of guys were horsing around, and John Donovan, the ice cracked and he fell in. And we did. We all rushed. We pulled him out. He was fine, but it was cold out, and he was soaked up to here.
Yeah.
So now the poor guy had to go home and fess up to his mother that he was hanging out in the sump. But I remember, like, as I'm running to help, but at the same time thinking, I'm on the ice, like, because it cracked
I know,
under
this
him.
could
Like,
hared to me, right?
I thought for sure it was going to happen.
And here
Scared
it's a
the shit
toss
out of
up.
me.
Long Island, it's not really often that it gets cold for long enough, and that's the
Now,
thing.
especially these
right?
days.
You get a 0-degree day. It doesn't mean that the ice is hard enough for you to.
Right,
It's got to
right.
be like that for weeks,
Right.
and that's what you have upstate. But
Right.
here, it's always I would never. When I think about the things we did,
Oh, I know. Yes.
yeah, boy, I would never let my kids just do that. I mean, I might take them and go and be there, but I would never just let them go.
That's the thing. Yeah, we were on the loose back then.
We were really on the loose.
we
were
were-
like,
yeah.
wow, I know.
We used to walk along the path on the Wantor Parkway, like Hicksville, Westbury, East Meadow, and now if my kids wanted, I'd be like, "What are you nuts?" But we did that stuff,
We did.
and there were a few instances where we were like, "Oh, like
Near
thinking
death,
back."
right?
Yeah,
I had a couple
yes.
too, and I thought that 1 second and then it could have been over.
Right. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
boy. Oh, I just got like a shiver just thinking about it. Oh boy.
Yeah, we were stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was one time too. Me and a buddy were walking home from school. We were walking past the car, and sure enough, the guy goes, "Hey guys, need a ride home?" We were, whoa! I'll never forgot that one. And we lived right down the block, both of us. We ran. We said no to the guy. We got out of his sight, and then we booked home. Within 20 minutes, we're back there with the cops, and the car was empty. And so they're taking a statement from us, and we see this guy walking his dog, and he comes walking over. He goes, "Officers, what's going on?" And they're like, "Well, who are you?" He goes, "That's my car." But it wasn't the same guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that's him, officer.
Yeah, no, it was a completely different guy.
Wow.
But yeah, it was kind of that really freaked me out for a while.
Wow. Makes you more careful. I'll bet you.
Yeah. We were in Lake George once. We were so stupid, and this isn't even. We're not even talking stupid kids. Talking stupid adults. My wife and I, we decided to rent a jet ski.
Mm-hmm.
I had never done it before. I'd never been on a jet ski, even as a passenger. But I'm like, how hard can it be, right? I get on. She gets on with me. What we were thinking, we have no idea, because she's probably about a month pregnant.
Okay.
With our daughter. So I start to go, and she starts to get nervous, because I had a few, and she starts getting nervous, and she's like, and she says, what was I thinking? I'm pregnant. I can't. And she's like really getting
Upset.
freaky,
Yeah.
and she's holding on, and so now I'm like, what the? And we
Right.
got completely out of control, and I'm all over the place. We ended up tipping over, falling overboard. I don't know. They're not called Coast Guard up there, are they? I don't know what.
Yeah.
Water
whatever
police.
Yeah.
They come flying over. They thought they were going to take me in. They thought for sure I was being a dick on purpose. I'm like, I wasn't. It was my first time. They actually, it was the weirdest thing. They threw her up on a boat. They threw me up on a different boat and started questioning me, trying to get me to admit that I was goofing off. I'm like, what in the world is going on? It was the strangest thing. Same weekend, we went out. So all right. So you've been going for a long time. You remember Grandma's? The restaurant?
Yes.
We used to love that place. Right? It's not there anymore, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. I've been up there in a while, so I don't think it's there anymore.
You go to Monte Cristo, is right across from the park now. I don't.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But we used to go to Grandma's all the time. So we were leaving. It was the day we were leaving. All right, we'll go to Grandma's, get some breakfast, and we're going to go. So we go there, and now it's Sunday, probably around noon. So what is that, Route 9? Is that what that is?
Along the lake, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
And it's one lane each way.
Right,
So it's
right.
all backed up. And So, but it seemed a little more backed up than usual. So we're just kind of looking, and we realize up ahead there's a little dog loose, and he's running on the street. So everybody's like stopping, pulling, everybody's trying to grab it. So I'm like, and I had an opportunity to kind of get around, and we were with a bunch of friends. There was a bunch of us, and they're like, "Oh, we got to save the dog." So, all right. That's how cold-hearted I am. I'm like, oh, somebody will get him. But no, so I get out. Sure enough, I'm not even out of the car for a minute, and the thing comes running my way. So I'm like, oh. So I put my hands down. I mean, I'm barely touching the fur, and all of a sudden I feel teeth on my hand. It's like, ah! Just like that. Ah! No, it wasn't. But I did. I let go, and he took off. I'm like, son of a bitch. But now he goes up to Lisa, and she grabs him because she's, tougher than me. He's biting her, but she's holding on.
She's holding on anyway.
And,
right.
To the point where I'm seeing blood.
We're tight. Yes. We're tougher like that.
No argument. I have no problem admitting
I would save the dog. It could bite my arm off. I would save the dog. Yes.
I was just like, But I got upset because we're seeing blood now. I'm like, she's pregnant. We don't know this dog. So if you're not familiar, on Route 9 there in Lake George, it goes around the lake. On one side of the lake is like probably 100 hotels, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just a ton of them. And I don't remember the name of this hotel, but it had this long, steep driveway. It was like a mountain.
That goes down. Uh-huh.
Yeah, to the hotel. So somebody grabbed that dog, ran down. Lisa's bleeding, and I forget exactly how, but even her best friend, maybe she tried to get the dog from Lisa, and then she got bit too. So we were getting nervous that they might, that the dog, dog has rabies or something. Uh-huh. So I run down. I had 2 legs at the time. So I run down. I was able to run. I run down there to this hotel, and I'm looking for the dog. And the owner of the hotel, because I tell the lady at the desk what's going on. She's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. She sends me into an office where the owner of the hotel, and she's sitting there. She's on the phone. Actually, it was a headset just like this, and she's eating kiwi. And she's just sitting there, eating her kiwi. She was an old lady. She had her hair up in a bun. It looked like it was that way for like 20 years. And I hear her saying, well, I don't want anything happening to the dog. I think they'll be all right. Yeah, the dog bit somebody. So I go, excuse me. I said,
where is that?
That's my wife that bit the dog, and my wife is pregnant. I said, where's the dog? She said, I'm not telling you where the dog is. I was like, what? I go, is it your dog? She goes, no, I have no idea. I've never seen that dog before. I go, I'm sorry. I said, but I'd really feel the need that we have to get this dog tested because my wife is pregnant. And Lisa was pregnant once prior, and, we lost it. So, so I think I may have been a little even more
but still,
nervous.
You got bit by a strange dog that bit multiple people, and
right.
That's a reasonable concern.
And I felt bad. I'm a dog guy. I don't want to see the dog killed, but I'm a little more worried about my pregnant wife.
Right.
This lady's not giving me any answers. She finally gets off the phone, and now I don't remember why, but we walked back outside, and she's now outside the hotel. There's a few people, and they're all just kind of arguing over where the dog is, but the woman comes out with her kiwi. So she's standing outside, like she wouldn't let go of this kiwi. We always joke about it, this woman and her kiwi. But now they're starting to argue. Oh, I'm sure you're fine. Don't worry about the dog. Like, how can you say that?
Yeah.
And they just kept refusing to tell us where the dog was. So we're getting mad, and it wasn't bad, but I mean, voices were starting to raise a little bit. We were kind of shocked, like, what do you like? You won't tell us where the dog is?
Couldn't even believe it was happening. Yeah.
Yeah. So now this woman, she had 2 sons there arguing, and one of them just comes up to me, gets right in my face, and at this point I wasn't even really involved. It was more because women are tougher. There was more of the women fighting. But I mean, I'm chiming in from time to time. But the one son gets real typical upstate goober. Mm-hmm. Gets right in my face. You better get the fuck out of here, just like that. I don't know. To this day, I don't know what about it, but I went berserk, and I was, you fucking hicks! You give me that fucking dog! I was screaming. 3 people had to grab me. pull me back up the mountain to get me out of there. I called these people every name under the book. I was screaming at them. Oh, the guy that said get the fuck out of here, I threatened. I said, I'll kick your white trash ass. Oh, I just went nuts. So somebody came up to us, I don't remember who it was, said, all right, why don't you get them to the emergency room, get them tested, make sure they're okay. And as we're getting in the car, somebody had come up to us and said, hey, look, I heard they took the dog to a local vet. So like I said, there were a bunch of us. So this whole thing was like a weird movie. So I take the girls to the hospital. Some other friends then, and so my daughter's 25. So this had to be 19. Yeah, she was born in March 99. So this had to be summer of 98. So this is before, internet we had at the house on the phone line. We didn't have the phones or anything. But some of our friends started... They became detectives. They
were tracking down the vet now.
They were looking at local vets, and they found the damn thing. I just couldn't believe it. They found the damn thing, and then while I'm at the hospital, because it's all Hicktown up there, and everybody knows each other, so they take the girls, my wife and her friend, in to get tested. I'm waiting in the lobby. The receptionist, she's on the phone. All of a sudden, she goes, "Mr. Walker?" I'm like, yeah. She goes, "This phone call is for you." I'm like, what? It's like, hello? Mr. Walker? Yeah, this is Sheriff Bobo, or whatever his name was. I understand you had a little bit of a to-do over there, whatever the hotel name was. I said, yeah, and I was about to go into the whole thing and tell him the story. He interrupts me. You threatened the hotel patron, and we can't have that. And I said to him, well, I would do it again. I said, do you understand what happened here? Doesn't matter what happened here, sir. You threatened a man. Okay. He goes, if you go back to that hotel, sir, you just might be under arrest for threatening somebody. And now I'm getting mad all over again. And I said, look, you know where I am. I said, we did plan on leaving today. I said, and I'm still hoping to get the hell out of here once we get all sorted out. I said, but obviously know where I am. I said it flat out to him. I said, if you'd like to come arrest me, I'll be here for a little while. All right, sir, I heavily advise you just head on back to New York City.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get away from his desk. He doesn't want to get up. Exactly. He just wanted to make a phone call to kind of make sure you weren't going back, because now they're afraid.
Okay.
Right.
Click. So so it turned out, so the girls tested negative, and they got, I think, did Lisa get stitches? She might have gotten stitches, and then her friend had to get just butterfly tape or whatever you call it. We went home, and that was it. It turned out the owners of the dog were from Queens. So they actually, they were very nice, and they paid the hospital bill.
Oh, good.
So
good.
That's my whole story.
Wow.
I didn't know we were going there today. All right, we're going to get to Tuesday trivia in a second.
There, but
Me
okay.
neither. But that's why it's always fun hanging with you.
The heat, water. Yeah, we just go.
We just go.
All
right, let me just do comments real quick, and then we'll get to Tuesday trivia. Fremder's posted this a couple times, so I guess I'll read it. I used to date a hot chick that played Texas Hold It. Okay. Nice shirt. You look like your mug. This is a Penn State mug.
It matches, but it's
it does kind of
different.
match, yeah. This is Abbey Road.
Oh, nice.
An Abbey Road shirt.
Yeah.
When I went to England last month, it's been a month already, I did not get to Abbey Road. And I was very upset about that. I wanted to get a picture.
You'll go back, right? I mean,
I'll definitely go back.
You've been there a reasonable amount of times.
It was the first time I took Lisa and the kids. I wanted to get a shot of the four of us walking across.
Oh, get that photo up.
Yeah, I thought that would have been cool. Mickey Delaney, no, I have to rethink This Is Your Number for Mike as Tony co-host. Number 3 is Andrew. You knocked Mike down a notch. Okay. Fremder, my favorite part of Lake George is the bottom. Oh, my goodness. John Ruscilla, rule of thumb, 5 days of 20 degrees before it's safe to go on the ice. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. 5 days of 20 degrees before it's...
Yeah.
All right, that makes sense. Okay. Did we even have any snow last year?
We did. We had two storms. I only know because I shovel it. But neither one, and they were both like reasonably big, foot, and it was gone fast. Like the next few days afterwards, it was warm enough where it was all gone. The week later, you wouldn't have known it happened.
Oh, I think it was the year before. I don't think we got any snow.
The year before we had not. We had a dusting, like a less than 2 inches at one time. That wasn't even. didn't even make it to the streets. It was just on the grass. But that was
Crazy.
a no snow winter. And then last
Which
year
is
we had a
weird,
couple.
right? Yeah.
So yeah, it was.
I love jet skiing, says Fremder, but I don't think my balls do. Okay. Let's see. Fremder says that. Oh, so that's who I almost hit while driving on the Wanto Parkway. Crazy Hillbilly says, good morning, y'all. All right. Whoever you are, good morning. Thanks for watching. Fremder, my dog is Jewish. He just had his bark mitzvah. Wish him muzzle rough. Oh, Fremder.
You read that really well, though. You might not have gotten that on the first read. That was good. I'm impressed.
I'm not. My dog can't stop humping my leg after he reads 50 Shades of Greyhound. All right, he's got one more. Thank goodness. Last time I was at the vet, I had a colonoscopy. Oh, and then there's one more. Damn it. I repeat comments because sometimes they just disappear. It's not like I have a stutter. I think my dad just hit a few speed bumps on the way to the hospital before I was born. All right.
Before we start trivia, though, I just have to say this.
Okay.
Because by the time we get back here next week,
the
regular season baseball is going to be over.
Ooh.
So I would just like to, say where we are right now. So there are 3 teams in the wild card. There are 4 teams in the wild card race, I would say. So, San Diego's got their spot. They're 2.5 games ahead of us. We're directly under San Diego in the number 2 spot.
Yep.
And then I believe the Diamondbacks are a half a game behind us now.
I believe that's
and
correct.
then the Braves are a game and a half behind us. We have 3 games with the Braves in Atlanta starting today.
Yep.
So we have to come out of the series. We have to win 1 of these to be safe. Listen, I would love to take all 3 and just be done with it, because if that happens, we're done. But the next 3 days, and obviously it's over. By the time we get back, it's over. We're gonna know. But I'm excited. I feel like we're there. We're gonna do it. I can't see us losing it now.
I am nervous because not only Atlanta, but then after that is Milwaukee, who
3
is
games,
one of the hottest teams. But yeah, I do kind of feel it. Like the Mets historically don't do well against Atlanta, but
feeling good.
Yeah,
right?
I'm feeling like they're gonna do it.
It's gonna be a very exciting few days, however it plays out. And again, we're okay if we win one of the 3 in Atlanta. So I'm not. Listen, it would be great to sweep, but I'll take a win.
Yeah.
They're gonna do it. They're in it.
Yeah.
They're gonna be in it. I know it.
I'm feeling it.
Yeah,
I am feeling it.
It's gonna be good.
And Philly did not. Filthy Delphia did not get to celebrate in our house. Take that.
Take that.
Take that. That's right. So, which they clinched last night. Where were they? Cincinnati, maybe? I forget where they were. But remember. Doesn't matter. They didn't clinch here, baby. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. This is.
Exciting season. We have a lot going on.
You're gonna have 2 very happy people in this room come Tuesday.
2 very happy people.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
Yes. And an excited Diane makes an excited Tony. Let me tell you. So.
It's so great.
It's
so
going to be
great.
And it was a great weekend
because
too.
we've kind of done this. So I think the first time I sat here was May 30th. Right.
Yeah.
So we've had the entire summer to kind of do this baseball journey together.
Right.
It's very exciting.
Nice.
I love it.
Nice. Okay. John Rusciello, you did not have any snow last year.
Yes, we did.
We did. She just talked about it, John.
The year before we didn't, but last year we did.
Right. Okay. It is time for Tuesday Trivia. Anybody that plays, please let me know if you'd like to come see a show at Governor's. And I'll get you into most shows. And I'll go through the list of shows later. Here we go. Tuesday Trivia. I'm going to give you all the questions first. Then we go back and do the answers afterwards.
Okay.
All right. Question number 1. If you're a child of the 70s like Diane and I are, you will know this question. What was Muhammad Ali said to float like?
Float like a butterfly.
Question number 2. One of my favorite singers of all time. Sheryl Crow sang the title song for which Bond film? Great tune.
Yeah, but which?
I love Sheryl Crow. Oh my God, I love Sheryl. Oh, I see. Thank you, Vicky. Vicky speaks John. She's clarifying. John was pointing out he didn't have any snow because
he did not have any.
because
snow.
he said not hot.
He did not have any.
Yeah, but that's one of the reasons Florida's boring.
I don't know which movie. I don't know.
Not up on your Crow, huh?
Not. I just don't know.
Or you're not
I
up
can't
on your
match
Bond.
the theme song with. No, yeah, I've seen them all, but I can't really match the theme song.
All
with
right.
the...
Another music question. You can't hurry love. You'll just have to what?
Wait.
Wait. You familiar with this company called CNN?
Yes.
What does the C stand for?
Cable.
Oh, you jumped right on that. How'd you know that?
It's Cable News Network.
What was the first U.S. TV show filmed before a live audience? You know how they always say that?
Oh.
This show filmed in front of a live audience. What was the very first U.S. TV show to be filmed in front of a live audience?
I'm gonna guess because I don't really. Oh, you know what? First U.S. TV show filmed in front of a live audience. Now I wonder if they mean like sitcom or like a variety show or.
All right. Well, I'll give you a hint. This was a sitcom.
I'm gonna guess The Honeymooners.
All right.
And if that changes while I'm thinking through, because I don't want to wait a long time to answer.
All right.
Could be Burns and Allen. Could be the. Yeah. But, okay.
Was that really a sitcom, Burns? That was more like a variety show, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was more like a.
Yeah.
I think that was. But they did like do like their home and they would. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, but that
was
was
a little weird.
part
It was
of
a
it,
little
yeah.
of both.
All right. Now, gonna test just how much of a Met fan you really are, Diane. What year was Davy Johnson's last year as the Mets manager?
Oh my goodness. I think I'm wrong. I'm gonna say 92.
Next question. Why don't scientists trust atoms?
Why don't they trust atoms?
Yep.
Because they're volatile. I don't know. I don't even know where to go with that. I don't blame
you. That was a bad question.
Okay.
Question number 8. The original not ready for primetime players. They were the freshman group on the first season of Saturday Night Live in 1975. Mm-hmm. Who was the first performer cast for Saturday Night Live? That's a tough question. The first performer cast for Saturday Night Live.
I mean, it's like pick one.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, I don't. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say Belushi.
All right.
Aykroyd.
All right. Next question. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to pronounce it wrong. Aprosexia, aprosexia, A-P-R-O, apro, S-E-X, sex, I-A. Aproxia, I have no idea.
Either, yeah.
Either
Aprosexia. Yeah.
No. Aproxexia.
Aprosexia.
Aprosexia? I don't know.
Aprosexia.
Either way, what's the definition? The definition of
not a single clue. Do not know. No idea.
No idea? Why?
I don't know. I just don't know.
Is it hard to figure out?
Gross sex, yeah. Yeah, because it probably doesn't have anything to do with sex. I don't know.
All right. Last question. According to condom manufacturers, what percentage of the world's population of men needs an extra large size condom? Is it 6%, 18%, or 34%?
Extra large?
Extra
I don't
large.
even know what I'm
You've
gonna
never
say,
seen one? Is that what you just said? You just learned a lot about Anthony. I'm teasing.
What does that even mean, extra large? I honestly didn't even know they came in sizes.
Oh, really? You didn't know they...
I just
Oh,
didn't, never occurred to me. I mean,
Yep.
it makes sense, but what, they can't do one size fits all? I don't understand.
Yeah, I guess
I mean,
not.
it's like spandex, right? They stretch. They're stretchy like a rubber band. So,
Well, but they could break.
I don't know. I'm going to say 9. What is it, 9, 18? Or
6, 18, 34.
let's say 6.
6. All right. Well played. Let's get back here.
But 80% probably buy the extra large.
Yeah, true.
So,
The last time I left Philly, I pulled out of my space. What does that mean? Okay. What was Muhammad Ali said to float like? Everybody got it. Butterfly. Yep, everybody got that one. Oh, we got a few. I see a few correct answers for the next question. Sheryl Crow sang the title song for what Bond film? Vicky got it. John Rusiello got it. All right. Fremder says 00 stiff socks. I don't know what. Oh, I get it now. 00 stiff socks. Got it. Yeah, it is Tomorrow Never Dies. Yep. Great. So many of the Bond themes are such great songs. The Tina Turner one, of course, the McCartney one. Oh, and this one. Okay, yeah, everybody got the next one correct too. You can't hurry, love. You'll just have to
wait.
Very nice. Okay. What does the letter C stand for in the media organization CNN?
Cable.
Cable is correct. Vicky and John got that right. Fremder says controlling. Oh, goodness. Okay. What was the first U.S. TV show filmed before a live audience? So I didn't say in the original question, but I did give the hint that it was a sitcom. So The Tonight Show with Jack Parr is incorrect. Ed Sullivan is incorrect. The Jello for the Pudding Show, says Fremder. Is that a Cosby joke? Your Show of Shows, says Vicky. Mickey Delaney says 60 Minutes. Oh, Chris Thomas. Hi, Chris Thomas. She says, like a butterfly, sting like a bee. All right, she's a little behind. Okay. So it is a sitcom. Now, yeah, shows like Ed Sullivan, maybe, I don't even know if they're before the correct answer, but if they were, again, we're not talking about variety shows or shows like that. You had a great guess. But when you first started to guess, when I first asked the question, you went, and then I held on. I thought you were going to get it. I thought you were going to say, I love Lucy.
Well,
yep. The Honeymooners is a good answer, too.
But I thought it was done before that.
I'll be honest, too. I thought The Honeymooners came first.
Because that was my first thought. I know I Love Lucy was in front of an audience, but for some reason I thought it was done before that.
I would swear they were, too, but maybe not, or maybe they originally weren't in front of a live
I guess
audience.
It's just a laugh track, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look that up. Okay, the next question. What year was Davey Johnson's last year as the Mets manager? You said 1992. Vicky said 89. Rusiello said 90. Mickey said 91. Fremder says 1923. Oh, and there Chris Thomas says wait. Yeah, Chris Thomas is definitely behind a little bit. All right, somebody got it right. Who was it? John Rusiello got it right. 1990.
Okay.
Yep. You were close.
Okay. I mean, I knew it was around that time. But.
Yes. Why don't scientists trust atoms?
I know it's a joke, right? But
Yeah.
I just didn't.
Because they're not volatile, said Diane. Vicky said...
They are volatile.
Well, they're right, yes. Vicky said because they split. Mickey Delaney, atoms, because atoms have no balls.
Because they split is a good answer.
Yeah, she's on the right track,
Yeah.
but she's wrong.
Okay.
Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything.
Ha
Ha ha ha ha. The original Not Ready for Primetime Players, the freshman group of the first season of Saturday Night Live, 1975. Who was the first performer cast for SNL? You said Belushi. John Rusciello says Gilda Radner. So does Vicky. And Rothney agreed with you. Fremder, the Blues Ball Brothers. Anybody else? Okay, I don't see anybody else. So, the correct answer, John Rusciello and Vicky got it correct. It was Gilda.
Nice.
Gilda.
She
was great.
She was.
Okay, next question. Aprosexia. What is the definition? Vicky says she just writes focus. That's all she writes. Fremder, fucking an apricot. Oh my goodness. Fear of Benoit balls. Okay, that's from Rusciello. I think that's it. All right, so Vicky was actually on the right track. She said focus. Well, it's the inability to concentrate.
Okay.
So
So the inability to focus. She was
Yeah.
on the she was thinking.
She gets a point for that?
I would give her a point for
All right,
that.
cool. All right, and the last question. According to condom manufacturers, what percentage of the world's population of men needs an extra large size condom? Diane said 6. Mickey said 34. Rusciello said 11. Vicky says 6, but they're lying.
But again, right. So if need is based on how many are buying them, I think the number's going to be much higher. That
True.
doesn't mean they need them.
Fremder says 69%, of course. Chris Thomas says 6. Fremder, fun fact, Desi Arnaz and Desilu Productions was the first production company to use multiple camera angles. Oh, okay. I did not know that. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, right? I'm thinking the Honeymooners.
Did you ever
Was
see
that one shot?
the show Being the Ricardos with Nicole Kidman? And yeah, you learned a lot about the show and the things that went down from that. That was cool. That was
I
a cool
did
movie.
not enjoy that movie.
You didn't like it?
I didn't like it. Yeah?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I don't remember why, though. It's been a while. But yeah, they had a weird history, those two.
They did, and and you probably didn't like it because it kind of went to a darker side of the story that you maybe just would have been happier not knowing about.
No, because I actually knew a lot of it already, but I don't remember why I didn't like it. It's been a while since I only saw it once. I don't even remember. Yes, the correct answer is 6. So let's see. Diane got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 or 5, right? That's cool. Very nice.
Thank you.
Very nice. All right. With that, it is time for us to get on out of here. What do you got this weekend? Are you playing anywhere? What are you doing?
I am.
Oh, nice.
So Friday night. Wait, let me see
Wait.
if I can tell you where this place is.
Okay, that would help.
Dave. I'm going to be playing with Dave Saul in
Yep.
Huntington.
Okay.
And the place, I guess apparently it's a new place. It's called Over Easy.
Oh.
This place. And let's see. Friday, 7:00. And the address is, I don't even know what the heck that is. 46 Lieutenant General Frank LaBeauty Way.
What?
Honestly, when I read it the first time, it said 46 Gerald Street. So they may have renamed it because, for whatever, they do those things and they rename it for somebody.
It went from Gerald to Labooty?
But the name of the place is Over Easy. Apparently, I think they serve breakfast all day long. Day and night.
That's kind of cool.
breakfast specialties. So I don't know. It's a new place. I'll be there 7 to 10 with Dave. So if you're not doing anything, come on down.
Very nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you have only 2 options for Friday. Any other option is unacceptable. Okay? You're either going to go see Diane or you're coming to see Knock 'em Dead at the brokerage.
Yeah, they should go see that.
No.
They should go see you. Buy
No.
tickets. Buy tickets and go see because it's hilarious. You'll love it.
I appreciate that, but you also hear some great music with a great guitar player and a great singer.
They can hear that anytime.
Well, they can see our show anytime. So, but those are your only 2 options. Any other option is unacceptable. So, Diane Friday at Over Easy in Huntington or Knock 'em Dead at the brokerage in Belmore. We are up to around 30 tickets sold, so the show is happening. It's definite. It's happening. So come join us or go see Diane. That's Friday. What is happening at the club on Friday? I think it's this one. Yes. Jason Ledane. Jason Ledane, he does magic, I believe. The Amazing Card Magic of Jason Ledane. So there you go. So that's Friday as well. In the Giggle Room, I believe it's this one. Yeah. Friday in the Giggle Room is our old friend Eric Casson, who hasn't been here in a while, but he's been in here. He's a funny guy. He's got, our own Mike Keegan will be performing in that show as well. Sean Brown and V. Lintz. Okay? V. Lintz. Is that supposed to be violence? I hope not.
Don't know.
So a lot of options for Friday, but only 2 are acceptable. Let's see. So what else? Actually, you know what? I take that back. Is also Friday and Saturday. Where is it? There it is. One of my personal favorites, Megan Hanley, is playing McGuire's in Bohemia Friday and Saturday. She is fantastic. It's bad because it's been a year already since she's been in this room last. But she's a great, wonderful person and a great comedian. So, a lot of stuff happening this weekend. A lot of choices. And then Saturday, what is happening Saturday? Saturday at the brokerage, you got our old friend Frank Spadone. He's playing the brokerage. He's another great comedian. Here at Governor's Comedy Club, John Pizzi. But, are you playing anywhere Saturday?
No.
All right. Your only choice for Saturday is here, Governor's in Levittown, in the Giggle Room, where you'll see the Knock 'em Dead Comedy Game Show. We'll be doing some Triple X trivia. We'll be doing some normal trivia as well. And Ivory Fields will be opening up the show. So that's going to be a great time. I promise you that. So, come on down to that. And did I cover all the clubs for the weekend? I think I did. So go to govs.com and, go to govs.com, make your reservations. Go to knockemdeadcomedy.com, find out our schedule, what we got going on, as well as information on how you can hire us for your event, whether it's a private party, a corporate event, a fundraiser, whatever you got going on. All right, and what else? So today is Tuesday, Gov's Comedy Club podcast. We got live with Steve Beery tonight at 7 o'clock. We got, then at 8 o'clock, we have a special Donversations with Don Sill. He'll be talking to Kevin Downey Jr. You never know where that's going, folks, so check that one out. And then speaking of Mike Keegan, the Hershey and the Keeg show, or in this case, the Hershey and the Hungry Keeg show, tonight at 9 o'clock. So a lot of stuff going on. And I think, and don't forget, also at Governor's, let's see, the usual rundown. What do we got? The Down and Outs on Saturday, October 5th. I'll be hosting that one. Clash of the Boroughs on November 2nd with Mike Pacchetti and friends. And don't forget, in November, for anybody who's in England, go see Elio. He's got some shows where he's performing original material. And, of course, Knock 'em Dead. You can see us in December as well at the brokerage at McGuire's in Bohemia. All right, so that covers it. We are out of here. What am I doing? There we go. We're out of here. Everybody enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. So like I said, we don't have a show tomorrow. And hopefully we'll get things all fixed and taken care of so that we can come back here on Thursday, even though I don't have a guest on Thursday because Frank is a wimp. And, I have nothing planned for Thursday. So if I'm able to do the show Thursday, I'll get somebody in here. Fremder, if anybody happens to be in South Dakota, don't forget to check out the new Diddy statue on Mount Touchmore.
You let me know. I might be able to come hang out on Thursday.
Oh, yeah?
Maybe, yeah.
Ah.
I have to see how work's going, but I might be
All
able to
right.
do that if you let me know Wednesday.
I will definitely take you up on that. How do you like that?
I
See?
like that.
I say it every week. Doesn't get any better than that, right? Bring joy.
Then we can really talk about the Mets in real time, too.
Oh, true,
You know,
true.
so-
And I'll definitely put music on, too,
Even if
because I
come
didn't
for
do it
part
today.
of it, yeah.
Oh, that could work, too.
All
All right. All right. Thank you.
All right, awesome.
You're the best. Thank you, guys. Have a great
Let's
day.
go Mets, everybody.
Let's go, Mets.